On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Defendant.
A person or party who is accused of a crime or who is being sued in a court of law.
Examples:
Defendant in court. The defendant's testimony. The defendant's lawyer argued that his client was not responsible for the crime.
Fancy.
To want to do or have something, noun, something that many people believe but that is false, or that does not exist, imagination or fantasy.
Examples:
Fancy a cup of coffee. A flight of fancy. I don't fancy acting in such an important role.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Peasant.
A farmer or agricultural worker who owns or rents a small piece of land and grows crops, especially in a traditional or undeveloped society.
Examples:
Peasant class. Exploited peasant. Many people today romanticize the idea of the simple life of a peasant, but in reality, it was a difficult and often harsh existence.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, to deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
Starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Slander.
The act of making false and damaging statements about someone.
Examples:
Slander of goods. Slander lawsuit. He was accused of slander when he spread rumors about his boss.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Turbulent.
Marked by a lot of sudden changes, confusion, or uncertainty, characterized by intense activity or agitation.
Examples:
Turbulent waves. Turbulent age. The stock market has been turbulent lately, with prices fluctuating rapidly.
Heir.
A person who has the legal right to receive someone's money, property, or a title from another person when that person dies.
Examples:
an imperial heir, heir at law. She recognized me as her lawful heir.
Throne.
A chair or seat of state for a monarch or other high-ranking person, the position of being a king or queen.
Examples:
abdicate the throne, imperial throne. The king sat on his throne, surveying his kingdom.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
essentially correct, become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples:
small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Adjust.
To make a minor modification to something to make it more suited for a new set of conditions, or to make it function better.
Examples:
adjust a schedule. Adjust the rearview mirror. You have to adjust your contents to the age of the audience.
Crown.
A circular ornamental headdress, worn as a symbol of authority by a king, usually made of gold and precious stones.
Examples:
the imperial crown. The crown and throne. The bishop bestowed the golden crown on the king.
Luxury.
A state of great comfort or sophistication, mainly provided by expensive and beautiful things.
Examples:
get into the luxury car market. Luxury hotel. His anti-luxury practices were quite strict.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
an elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Import.
To bring goods or services into a country from another country. To transfer electronic data into a database or document.
Examples:
import goods. Import a style sheet. The company imports raw materials from other countries to manufacture its products.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
a hand-loomed fabric. Fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Chateau.
A large country house or castle in France, especially one that is the residence of a noble or titled person.
Examples:
Chateau building, chateau garden. They spent the weekend at a luxurious chateau in the countryside.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale, economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Tailspin.
A state of confusion or panic often associated with a sudden and rapid decline or loss of control. Of aviation, a sudden and rapid downward spiral of an aircraft, which is typically out of control.
Examples:
Mental tailspin. Put a business into a tailspin. The company's decision to lay off thousands of employees sent the stock market into a tailspin.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples:
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Skyrocket.
To rapidly ascend to a very high level, increase rapidly.
Examples:
Skyrocket the cost. Price skyrocketed. Production has decreased, but costs and unemployment have skyrocketed dramatically.
Insensitive.
Not showing or feeling concern for the needs and feelings of others.
Examples:
An insensitive heart. Insensitive behavior. His insensitive comments made her feel hurt and unimportant.
Plight.
A difficult or unfortunate situation.
Examples:
Miserable plight. The plight of the poor. The government has ignored the plight of the homeless population.
Glamorous.
Highly attractive and exciting, and different from ordinary things or people.
Examples:
Glamorous movie stars. Cast glamorous eyes. The South Coast is less glamorous yet has many clean and appealing hotels.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic, severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Convincing.
Able to make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
A convincing victory. Convincing biochemical explanation. I found her assertion pretty convincing.
Vaccinate.
To treat with a vaccine, usually by injection, to produce immunity against a disease.
Examples:
Vaccinate against scarlet fever. Vaccinate every year. The nurse vaccinated the children in the school.
Smallpox.
A highly contagious viral disease characterized by fever, weakness, spots on the skin, and often death.
Examples:
Smallpox epidemic. Smallpox vaccine. An outbreak of smallpox occurred in the 1920s.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Fashionable.
Popular at a particular time.
Examples:
Fashionable designs. Fashionable cafe. Lengthened skirts are fashionable this year.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Appoint.
To give someone a job or role, especially as a public official or member of an organization, to arrange or decide on a time or a place.
Examples:
Appoint members. Appoint the day. The court appointed a guardian for the child.
Qualified.
Officially recognized as having completed a training course or passed the exams that are necessary to perform a particular job.
Examples:
A qualified doctor. Qualified in medicine. We seek a person qualified for the post.
Admire.
To have regard for or respect for someone's qualities or the actions they have performed.
Examples:
Admire the subtlety of the distinctions. Admire kids with attitude. We all admire him because he is a nobleman.
Disastrous.
Extremely bad, harmful, or unsuccessful.
Examples:
have disastrous consequences. Absolutely disastrous effect. The emission of hazardous substances has disastrous effects on the ecology of a region.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
the conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Franc.
The currency used in some countries, including Switzerland, France, and formerly Belgium.
Examples:
franc area. Swiss franc. During the colonial period, several African nations used the franc as their currency due to the influence of France.
Objection.
A reason or statement expressing disapproval or dissent.
Examples:
take objection. Objection to a rule. There were several objections raised during the meeting.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Outdated.
No longer useful or valid because of being old-fashioned.
Examples:
Become outdated. Outdated technology. We replaced outdated equipment to improve factory productivity.
Noble.
Having or showing excellent personal qualities or high moral principles that people admire.
Examples:
A noble family. Noble gas. He is a noble-minded man.
Clergy.
The official leaders of the religious activities, especially of the Christian Church.
Examples:
Clergy abuse. Privilege of clergy. The secular clergy improved the atmosphere of the meeting.
Numerous.
Amounting to a large indefinite number.
Examples:
Numerous countries. As numerous as the sand. These descriptions are based on a number of numerous assumptions.
Exempt.
Free from or not subject to a particular requirement or restriction. Verb, to excuse someone or something from an obligation, payment, etc.
Examples:
Goods exempt from tax. Exempt from the law. Members of the military are exempt from paying taxes.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Debt.
Something, especially money, goods, or services owed by one person to another, the state of owing something.
Examples:
Debt ceiling. Corporate debt. He became in debt after losing his job.
Arrival.
The act or situation of coming or being brought to a place, accomplishment of an objective.
Examples:
Arrival and departure gate. Arrival at a conclusion. Weather forecasters are predicting the arrival of a heat wave.
Expense.
The money, time, or effort incurred or required for something.
Examples:
Enormous expenses. Expense account. For this project to be successful, we must control expenses strictly.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Scapegoat.
To unfairly blame or punish someone for the misdeeds or mistakes of others, often to deflect attention or avoid accountability. noun, a person or group that is unfairly blamed for the problems or misfortunes of others, typically to divert attention or responsibility from the actual cause.
Examples:
Scapegoat the new employee. Political scapegoat. Some politicians try to scapegoat specific groups of people to distract from their shortcomings.
Negligence.
Failure to take proper care in doing something, a lack of attention or care that results in harm or damage, a legal term describing wrongdoing that results in injury or loss.
Examples:
Negligence in duty. Criminal negligence. The victim's family filed a lawsuit against the hospital for negligence in their loved one's care.
Oblivious.
Not aware of something, especially what is happening around you, forgetful.
Examples:
Oblivious of his promise. Oblivious to our response. She was so engrossed in her work that she was oblivious to her surroundings.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples:
Recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Fabricate.
To make something, especially by assembling parts or constructing it from raw materials. To invent and present something false as true or real to deceive someone.
Examples:
Fabricate a chemical. Fabricate an excuse. The detective discovered that the witness had fabricated her story about the crime.
Attribute.
To say or regard that something is the result of a particular thing, noun, a quality or feature that someone or something possesses.
Examples:
Attribute the change to their marriage. Attribute directly to sales. He attributes the disappointing results to the economic downturn.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
Charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Reputation.
The general opinion that people have about someone or something, especially when this is based on their previous experiences or behaviors.
Examples:
Reputation risk. Cloud his reputation. She has a good reputation for being one of the best chefs in the city.
Rumor.
A piece of unverified information of uncertain origin that is spread by word of mouth.
Examples:
A false rumor. Rumor mill. There was a baseless rumor that the company was going bankrupt.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples:
Get money by fraud. Victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Pardon.
To forgive someone for something they have said or done, such as a crime. Noun, the act of excusing a mistake or offense.
Examples:
Pardon me. Supplicate for pardon. The governor decided to pardon the prisoner after reviewing the evidence of his innocence.
Forge.
To fashion or shape metal by heating it and hammering it into shape, to create or develop something new or original, to form strong bonds or relationships with others.
Examples:
Forge an alliance. Forge iron. She had to forge her father's signature on the permission slip because he was out of town.
Fake.
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples:
Fake police officer. Spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Diamond.
A precious stone made from pure carbon, typically transparent and colorless, but possibly tinted in various colors, a shape or arrangement resembling the geometric form of a diamond.
Examples:
Diamond ring. Diamond necklace. The engagement ring was adorned with a large, sparkling diamond.
Necklace.
A piece of jewelry consisting of a string of stones, beads, or links worn around the neck.
Examples:
Necklace made of pure gold. Necklace chain. She wore a beautiful necklace made of precious stones.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Wasteful.
Characterized by excessive or unnecessary use or consumption, using resources or materials inefficiently or inappropriately, resulting in unnecessary waste or expense.
Examples:
wasteful practices, wasteful habits. Buying new clothes every week is a wasteful use of money and resources.
Spendthrift.
A person who spends money excessively and wastefully.
Examples:
spendthrift personality, spendthrift lifestyle. The company went bankrupt because of the CEO's spendthrift habits.
Ruin.
To damage, spoil, or demolish something. Noun, an unrecoverable state of devastation and destruction.
Examples:
ruin the plan, ruin the reputation. He knocked over the red wine and ruined the tablecloth.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Incompetent.
Lacking the necessary skills, knowledge, or ability to perform a task or job, not legally qualified or authorized to perform a particular task or job.
Examples:
incompetent leadership, incompetent employee. The incompetent doctor misdiagnosed my illness and prescribed the wrong medication.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation-state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Assembly.
A group of people who have been elected, especially one that meets regularly and makes decisions or laws for a specific region or country.
Examples:
assembly line, assembly hall. This company's assembly plant is an enormous facility.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
refuse a request, refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Yield.
The total output of crops, profits, etc. that are produced. Verb, to produce or supply helpful something, such as a profit, an amount of food, or information.
Examples:
corn yield, the yield on the bond. The company's stock gives a high yield.
Veto.
The power or right to prevent a decision or law from being enacted or enforced, typically granted to a person in authority, such as a government official or a president.
Examples:
Veto power. Legislative veto. The president's veto prevented the bill from becoming law.
Legislation.
A law or a set of laws suggested and then passed by a parliament, or the act of making or enacting laws.
Examples:
Anti-terrorist legislation. Introduce legislation. Similar legislation had already been rejected by the parliament 4 times.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Divine.
Of, from, or like a god, holy or sacred.
Examples:
Divine intervention. Divine grace. The view from the mountaintop was truly divine.
Reserve.
To keep something for future use or contingency, to obtain or arrange something, such as a meeting, seat, etc., in advance.
Examples:
Reserve the right. Reserve a concert ticket. You can easily reserve seats over the telephone.
Reformer.
A person who makes changes to a system or law to improve it.
Examples:
Education reformer. Catalytic reformer. He is regarded as a passionate social reformer.
Avalanche.
A sudden and rapid movement of a large amount of snow, ice, rocks, or other debris down a steep slope, a rapid and overwhelming occurrence of events or circumstances.
Examples:
Avalanche warning. An avalanche of questions. The skiers narrowly escaped the avalanche by taking shelter behind a nearby rock.
Revolutionary.
Relating to or characterized by a complete or dramatic change.
Examples:
Revolutionary change. Enforce revolutionary justice. The revolutionary leader inspired others to join the fight for freedom and democracy.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples:
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
Royal.
Relating to or belonging to the king or queen or a member of their family.
Examples:
A royal palace. Prince Royal. She is willing to give up her position in the royal family to marry him.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Regain.
To get something back or recover something after it has been lost or taken away.
Examples:
Regain our reputation. Regain my health. After years of hard work, he finally regained his financial stability.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Treason.
The act of betraying one's country or government, especially by attempting to overthrow it or give aid and comfort to its enemies, a violation of allegiance or loyalty to one's country or government.
Examples:
High treason. Arrested for treason. The rebels were sentenced to death for committing acts of treason against the state.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
Execute a bold strategy. Execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Execution.
The act or process of carrying out a plan, order, or course of action, the act or process of carrying out the death penalty.
Examples:
Compulsory execution. Execution by injection. The execution of the plan was flawless, resulting in a record-breaking profit for the company.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Tribunal.
A court or other official body that is empowered to judge or adjudicate disputes or matters of law, a place where such court sessions are held.
Examples:
International Tribunal, Tribunal hearing. The War Crimes Tribunal was established to prosecute individuals responsible for atrocities committed during the conflict.
Prosecute.
To bring legal action against someone in a court of law, to pursue or carry out something to completion or achievement.
Examples:
Prosecute criminal, prosecute case. The attorney decided to prosecute the suspect for stealing from the store.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples:
Documentary proof, a geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Denigrate.
To speak of or treat someone or something that is perceived as low or inferior in a derogatory or critical manner.
Examples:
Denigrate his reputation. Denigrate a student's intelligence. It's not fair to denigrate a whole group of people based on a stereotype.
Baseless.
Without any credible evidence, justification, or foundation, unfounded, groundless, or unsupported by facts or reason.
Examples:
Baseless rumor, baseless accusation. The lawsuit against the company was dismissed due to the plaintiff's baseless claims.
Accusation.
A statement or claim alleging that someone has committed a crime, offense, or wrongdoing, a charge or indictment made against someone.
Examples:
Criminal accusation, false accusation. The accusation of theft was unfounded, and the suspect was eventually cleared of all charges.
Incest.
The act of engaging in sexual activity with a close relative, such as a parent, sibling, or cousin, a taboo or prohibited activity in many cultures and societies.
Examples:
Incest breeding, family incest. Oldest and only daughters were more likely to be the victims of incest.
Orgy.
A wild and uninhibited party or celebration, excessive, often sexual, indulgence, a group activity characterized by chaotic, unrestrained behavior.
Examples:
Drunken orgy, wild orgy. The wild party at the beach turned into an orgy of drinking and dancing.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order, Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Composure.
The state of being calm, collected, and in control of one's emotions and actions, especially in difficult or stressful situations.
Examples:
Regain my composure. Lack of composure. The actress maintained her composure even when faced with harsh criticism.
Apology.
An act of saying or writing that you are sorry for something that has been done wrong or that causes a trouble.
Examples:
Genuine apology. Accept his apology. She wrote a letter of apology to the renter.
Executioner.
A person who carries out the orders of a legal authority or a court to put someone to death.
Examples:
Executioner's axe. Brutal executioner. He was an executioner of justice, making sure all those who broke the law faced their deserved punishments.
Refined.
Made pure by having impurities or unwanted elements removed by processing.
Examples:
Adopt a refined attitude. A lot of refined sugar. She was highly refined in her choice of apparel.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty, to reveal something unintentionally.
Examples:
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Decadent.
Characterized by or showing a state of moral or cultural decline.
Examples:
Decadent country. Have a decadent time. He had been living a decadent life after being fired from his job.
Monarchy.
A form of government in which a country is ruled by a king or a queen who typically inherits the authority.
Examples:
Monarchy system. Abolish monarchy. The monarchy government had been in power for centuries.
Convenient.
Useful, helpful, or quick to do.
Examples:
Convenient way. Convenient location. The airport offers 5 convenient access routes.
Appetite.
A natural desire or craving for food or drink, a strong desire or liking for something.
Examples:
Appetite suppression. Loss of appetite. After a long hike, I had a huge appetite and devoured my meal in minutes.
Smear.
To spread or apply a substance thinly and unevenly over a surface. To slander or accuse someone falsely. Noun, a mark or blot made by smudging, typically a dirty or greasy one.
Examples:
Smear butter on bread. Smear of blood. The politician tried to smear his opponent's reputation with false accusations.
Prominent.
Important, well-known, or noticeable.
Examples:
Prominent figure. Play a prominent role. The media frequently interviewed prominent scientists.
Fantasy.
A fiction with a large amount of imagination in it, a pleasant situation that you imagine, but that is unlikely to happen.
Examples:
Fantasy novel. Confuse fantasy with reality. Composition by artificial intelligence is no longer a fantasy.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Monarch.
A person who rules a country, such as a king or queen.
Examples:
An absolute monarch. Monarch butterflies. She came from a commoner background, but eventually became the monarch of that country.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.